Mick from Creative Schools here with another training video. This one is for adding events to your site. So we're logged in, and where the events show on your homepage, they appear in this, and you can scroll down through 20 events on there, and they also appear as a full monthly calendar within the news section. And on here people can click through months, and they can also subscribe to these calendars, so parents can subscribe to calendars by clicking on these links and following the instructions. So if we go back to our dashboard, go on to new and click on event. Now when we're adding an event, there's a couple of things that we have to have. One of them is obviously a title. We also need to categorize them. So what this does is, if we just go back here, when I filter this calendar, so if I'm only interested in things that are associated to year one, for example, so I'm in here as a parent, I only care about year one and year three. That gives me a filtered calendar that only shows events that are either whole school events or relevant to year one and year three. And I can also subscribe to that filtered calendar so that I only get those events appearing on the device that I want to subscribe to. So that's why it's very important. So we'll do this one as a whole school event, for an example. We need to click on all of these, and that will tell the calendar where those events need to go and which years they're relevant to, or which departments they're relevant to. The next thing we need to do is fill out this. So this is our date picker. So this event is on the 18th, and it is going to be all day, so it gets rid of the time. Or you can say that this event will start at 9 and finish at 10:30. The time zone is London as a default, so you don't need to change that. You can also choose events to repeat. So if you've got a school club, for example, we want this to recur weekly, every 1 week on a Tuesday, and we want it to finish on the end of term. So we know the end of term is the 20th of July. We click apply. So then that event will appear in the calendar every weekly until the end of term on a Tuesday. And you can also exclude, because we know we have a half term. Say for example it's this Tuesday. Set that apply, and it will ignore the rule for that day. So now it will appear every Tuesday apart from this one. The next things we have here are some things that can make the event quite nice, but you don't necessarily have to put them in for obvious reasons. So the event location and details. If the event location is the school and it's free, you don't need to fill out any of these. But what you can do is just type in an address here. Click on there. You can show the map. So if you are taking the children anywhere outside of school, you have the option of adding a map. Event costs and tickets. Okay, if it's free, it's obvious, but you can also add in a link. So say you're going somewhere and it costs £10, put in the cost that it's £10, and here you can put a link to the school payments service that you use, so the parents can click on that link and it takes straight to the event that you've already created in their parent pay or school money, whichever one you use. You can add the link straight into there, so it should save them a bit of time. The organizer contact info, it's always nice if you can add the contact name for the person who's organising this event in case any parents have any questions. But like I say, please don't feel the need that you have to fill in all of these three final bits. If you haven't got the information, or the information is irrelevant, then you don't need to put it in. Finally, you can add a bit more flesh to the bones, so you can just type in, so say for example this event was a sports day. In here you could start writing what time it starts, what time parents can watch, what equipment they need, do they need to bring their own lunch, all that sort of thing can all go in here, and then that won't appear on the event until someone goes in and clicks on it. So when you filled out those, you're ready to publish, and like the news stories, you can set it to a draft. Once it's published, you can set it back to being a draft. There's no point in having password protected and private used on your site, because we want everything to be public. And you can either publish it immediately or set it to be published in the future, or for whatever reason, if you wanted the event to appear to have been set in the past, you can just change that date picker and you're away. You can also preview it as well, so it will see what it will look like to users when they click on it. But when you're happy with all the information you've put in, you can just go ahead and publish it. And thanks for watching.